Definitely excited about coming down to South Africa. Black Dahlia Murder. How's it? South Africa.
Yeah, in case you missed it, the Black Dahlia Murders are coming down to South Africa to headline Ramfest. Ramfest is happening on the 13th of March at the Hillcrest Quarry in Cape Town, on the 14th of March in the Voortrekker Monument in Pretoria. So before we jump into the wonderland that is Ramfest, we caught up with Trevor, the lead singer from the Black Dahlia Murder. So Trevor, what made you guys decide to get on a plane and come down to South Africa?
Volvadinia basically put the country on the map for me. They're like the biggest extreme export as far as I can see, we've heard of a few of our peers, coming out there, Cannibal Corpse, for example, and Darkest Hour. And it always seems like something real prestigious, you know what I mean? Like a very big honor and something that only few bands get to do. So I kind of am looking at it as like a measuring stick, you know what I mean? Like we want to reach all our fans, we want to get in front of our fans. And, we've been thinking globally since day one as a band. So this is just another conquest, very cool.
Totally, very, very cool. And I think speaking from the South African perspective is that we really struggled for a long time to get acts to come to South Africa, to want to come play our festivals. And I just think, outlets like Ram Touring have been doing the most to connect us with the bands that we've been dreaming of seeing. And with the Black Dahlia Murders, that's no different. So yeah, Trevor, the world is really in a very, very, very weird space right now. If I'm going to put it bluntly, everything is up to shit. If Mother Nature doesn't kill us in 12 years, then we might just end up killing ourselves, which is really scary. And you know what? That for me is like the ultimate backstory for a black death metal album. And I know you guys actually just spent time in studio working on your 9th studio album. And I was wondering, did you take any inspiration from all of this weird and wacky shit going on lately? Or was it kind of just a thing that you silenced and put to the side and try to focus on the album?
Really, I see the band as kind of like an outlet for people, I think that metal becomes more popular in times of turmoil, I need that kind of outlet, like some kind of aggressive, healthy, release. So I like being that for people. I hope that we are that for people. That's what metal does for me. It's like an escape scenario from the world. But there's definitely no shortage of inspiration. There's like you said, the world is definitely going to shit. It's scary, man.
No, dude, it's super scary, and it just feels like this really bad episode of Black Mirror that we're all stuck in. But you know what, I think, and I love what you just said, where you kind of are this outlet for people and the safe space to express things. And I know that you as a band have always been very fan orientated, and that's a great thing. But I can also imagine that being fan orientated and caring so much about your fans comes with a lot of pressure every time you sit down to do a new project. And I know, I read once in Kerrang that when you were working on Abysmal, you suffered from really bad writer's block. And I was wondering, with all of this going on, all of this in your mind, how do you slap yourself back and just get to, getting on with the album?
It's hard. It's been hard with every record since, honestly. It's kind of like a Band-Aid that you end up tearing off, But the pressure is also, it works both ways. It's also really driving at times, when you need it to be. It can be very inspirational, you know what I mean? But it's really just diving into getting the first lyrics out there and kind of like setting the pace for an album that's very difficult, there's been a definite mounting pressure as the band has been growing, but like I said, it's a good thing too, it's definitely exciting to have people waiting for you with bated breath to see what you're going to do next. It's amazing to have a fan base to try to impress, and we, as a band have tried to stay the course of having like a constant sound, you know what I mean? Like we've been evolving bit by bit from record to record, but we always wanted to be recognizable as a Black Dahlia Murder immediately to fans, and and be one of those bands like Cannibal Corpse that never takes that weird left turn, you know what I mean? And like I'm so into the underground, I have no delusions about becoming like commercially acceptable or anything like that. That's not something we're concerned with, and I want to do this, and we're just doing this our way, you know what I mean? Like there's no compromise, no, there's never going to be like a bunch of clean singing, and the direction that a lot of our influences had taken in modern times. Look at In Flames and Soilwork, and we wanted to be an answer to that, because like all those guys were kind of heading in this new metal direction, and it was pissing us off as fans, honestly, when we were a very young band. So we thought, we'll do this melodic thing, but as aggressively as possible.
Well, I think there's a lot of things you should be proud of in that. Firstly, it's not a common occurrence for everyone to understand fully who they are, understand their sounds as artists, and then to go, you know what, I'm going to trust my guts, and I'm going to ride this, and I'm going to do it to the best of my ability. And I think you all deserve a very big round of applause just for doing that. But speaking about people waiting with bated breath on new work, Trevor, let's talk about the new album. When exactly did you guys start work on the Ninth Studio album?
The album has been underway for so long now. I mean, I recorded the vocals for it in May, so it coming out in April is almost a full year from then. There's just been a lot of anticipation on our part. We're taking our time to like really set this thing up for victory with the record label behind us, and I can't wait for the next phase. We've just been kind of in like stasis right now, kind of spinning our wheels, waiting for the next thing, and Ramfest is going to be like the kickoff for the new record and the new touring cycle, basically.
Okay. Let me just get my ducks straight. So album drops April, okay, Ramfest is in March. Does this mean that we're going to hear some of your new material live at Ramfest, or are we going to have to wait alongside the rest of the world until the new album drops?
There will be 2 songs out to the public by then, and we are going to play them live down at Ramfest. So that'll be the first time anybody hears those songs live, so we get to test them out on you guys. And I'm really looking forward to that. I'm really excited to please the masses over there. I want to get in front of our fans. I feel like we have a lot of young fans in particular over there, and man, I just want to touch down there and and just give them the best show we can.